Okay, welcome to Tuesday Night Live. Look at all of our masterpieces. So exciting. So, we are going to share, let's see, who will we start with? Let's start with one of our newest masterpieces, Tara. Woohoo! You should be like, yay, the best is first, or something that makes you have a happy face. Anyway, you're so stinking cute. Oh my gosh.
I look terrible today. I don't make that now.
Sometimes, things happen. Okay, we're having trouble hearing you though. It's like a echo or something.
Hold on. Sorry. Can you hear me okay?
You sound far away. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Give it a shot.
Eric from Minnesota. I've been for a couple of weeks now. Green flags this week's been a little rough for me. Goal is some more people and get some more chamber sessions type of thing. So that is my goal. Work.
There you go. There you go. And you are this close to being a power up achiever at 700 wholesale. So today's what, the 25th. So you have to the 31st. So we're not stressing. We know you've got a lot of people you're talking to. And glad you're here, Tara. Glad you're here. What about Erica? Erica's here today. Woohoo! Got unmute, my friend.
I'm trying.
There you go.
Well, I have my guest with me. She just showed up. She'll be
Good.
right back. I
Try
tried
to
to
introduce yourself. Start there.
My name is Erica Bazan. I am new to Mary Kay. I'm on my second month. I have a lot of goals. My win right now, though, I have to share because I'm super excited, is I finally have my face models in person.
Good. And do it.
Sunday, and then I have today, and then I have one for tomorrow evening as well.
Yay.
Woohoo! Good.
It is so much fun, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you.
Good. Just jump in. Just jump in, and you learn while you earn.
Yes.
Right. Is she there to be introduced?
Yes, she is.
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jessica. Nice to meet everyone.
Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Okay. How did you meet Erica?
We've been friends for a while now. We actually met through a friend, a mutual friend.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to have you mute, and we are going to meet Colleen.
I do it wrong.
No, wait. Is that who we're going to meet? No, we're going to meet Christine. Chris.
Okay. Hi, I'm Christine. I'm from Gloversville, New York. I've been building my business for a little over a year now. And one big thing I have to say is I just am returning from conference, and there was a lot of new things that were discussed, and eager to share all of that information.
Good. I'm so glad you're on, Chris. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Okay, so here comes Mary Jane. Woohoo! All right, so Suzanne, we gotta take notes of who all's here, huh? For recognition tomorrow. It's gonna I'm gonna run out of ink. That's so fun.
I don't know. Everybody's bubble's going to be smaller.
And Mary Jane's here too. I wasn't sure you got my message. Mary Jane, we're going to have you introduce yourself next. So just who you are, how long you've been building your Mary Kay business, and where you're zooming in from.
Okay. I'm Mary Jane Meyer, and I am from Oneida, New York, near Syracuse. And I have been building my business for 11 days. And I've been using Mary Kay since the 1980s.
Okay. Do you remember how we met? Do you remember how we met?
I did. No, I don't.
You found me from my
I
website.
did. You're right. I went looking for you. Yep, I have
There
a
you go.
cousin in Buffalo that was selling the products, and I wanted somebody that was nearby, and I went looking for you.
There we
And
go.
man, am I happy I have.
The rest is history, huh?
Well, it will be
Yes. And so your launch party is scheduled for
April 4th.
April 4th. Okay, good,
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
we're going to have you mute, and now we're going to meet our senior consultants, Mickey, Micah.
Good evening, ladies. I am Mickey Micah from Frankfurt, New York. I've been building my business now for 34 years. And my win for last week, I'm a brand new great grandma.
Oh my God, I didn't
Wow.
know that. Woohoo! Awesome.
And it's a little girl.
Wow, a little girl. So is this your first great?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're too young for that, for crying out loud. Okay. Mary Jane's also a great grandmother, right?
Yes, 5 times.
Wonderful.
Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so
Yeah. It's,
all
it's the
right.
greatest thrill.
Good, good, good. Here's Suzanne. We're gonna have Suzanne share next.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Jones, coming to you from Oneida, New York. I've been building my business, I can actually say for 2 years now, finally, as of 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yay! Happy anniversary.
Well, thank you, thank you. I don't really per se have a win, but like Chris said, had a really great time at the conference, learned a lot, and excited to share with you all.
Very good. Thanks for being here. Rachel.
Hey. All right. I'm coming in from Waco, Texas, and my win is I have another consultant under me, Claire, which could have been here today, but she wasn't able to make it to this meeting, but she is doing really well. She got her website set up. 9 people already registered for a launch party, so I'm pretty proud of her.
April 2nd.
Awesome.
And do you know if Lexi's coming on?
She's doing school right now.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Okay, so but it's recorded. We'll make sure they get it, and it's all good. Carrie Nair, can you come on and introduce yourself?
Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. I'm Carrie Nair. Mary Jane, I actually found Paulette the same way by just Googling a Mary Kay consultant near me. And and a few months after, she did get me to sign. I've been building my business now for Saturday will be 2 years.
2 years. Oh my
Yay.
gosh.
Wow.
So you came in the same month as the same time as Suzanne. I forgot
Yes.
about that. Yes.
We're Mary Kay buddies. twins.
There
Yes.
you go. Yippee! Woohoo! So the company will recommend star consultants. So we talked about star consultants. Anybody needs to have me review that another time, I can do that. But they get first priority of who is recommended. So another reason to be a star consultant. So thank you, Carrie, for coming on.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Okay, so Pat Reedy's in the house, another senior consultant.
Good evening, ladies. I'm Pat Reedy. I'm zooming in from Baldwinsville, New York, and I have been building my business for 30 plus years. And I'm just excited because spring always makes people want to look better. Winter, we all kind of get in a little groove of, we have our hats pulled down and we're freezing, and at least in the north. And so now people are, oh, I need a new shade of lipstick. I need something to brighten my face up. So I'm just excited for getting in touch with all of my customers.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. And Pat, can you mute and then reach out to Mary Lou? She was, I let her in and then she disappeared. So I don't know if she's having
Okay.
trouble. Okay.
I'll see.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Colleen's in the house. Colleen, tell us about you.
Hi, I'm Colleen Barnes from Owasco, New York, and I'm excited to hear about Career Conference. I want to hear what happened.
I know. Great things, great things. And now let's meet Cindy Fitzgerald. Woohoo!
Hi, I'm Cindy Fitzgerald from Wheatsport, New York. I have been working my business for 12 years, and I'm excited that I've been trying to really step out of my comfort zone and talk to people and tell them what I do. And in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 2 new orders on my website, and I had a new person buy skincare this week.
Awesome.
There's the bread and butter of our business.
That's
Nice
right.
going. So, and we'll hear more from you too in a little bit. So very good. And let's see, moving on up to Star Team Builder with 3 or more on her team is Paulette Haran. Look at that red jacket. Woohoo!
Hi, ladies. Paulette Haran, zooming in from Gloversville, New York. I'm on Team Mickey and building my business for 5 years.
5 years. Oh my goodness. So exciting. Look at this. So everyone starts out the same way. Nobody can buy their way to the top. All right. We all start out the same place. I used to be able to say with the same starter kit, but that's kind of changed a little bit now. You can have one or not have one. I do recommend you do have one for in-person appointments. And also it's just a great deal of what you get. And then the people can promote themselves, and people that have done that to senior consultant where they have 1 or 2 active team members, they're making 4% commission of what their team members do. But does it come from their team members' pockets? No, it comes from corporate headquarters to pay us based on the wholesale of what they order to sell to other people or what they order for themselves or for gifts. So that's how that works. And then you can promote yourself again to Star Team Builder. And at this point, you have 3 or more active on your team. And depending on what your team production is, you can make either 4% or 6% or 8%. You have 3 or 4 active on your team. Again, of what your team members are ordering, corporate can direct deposit money in your account. Then we move up to team leader. These consultants have 5 or more active on their team, and they're making 9% commission of what their team is doing. But when 5 or more order in the same month that you, as the recruiter, orders 600 wholesale or more, you have just given yourself a pay raise, and you go from 9% commission to 13% commission. So now we're seeing some significant income. And we're seeing good money at 4% and 4, 6, 8%, but we're seeing significantly more as a team leader, 9 to 13%, especially that 13%. And that's what I want you to be able to see, that by sharing this opportunity with others, you are duplicating yourself, and you have another stream of income. And yes, you won't see a significant income with 1 or 2. So I don't want anybody to stay there. It's okay if you do, but if you want Mary Kay to have this as another stream of income besides selling the products, you will want to keep growing and keep moving up and adding to your team and duplicating yourself, because you're just one person. You can sell and be a great seller, but if you want more income, that's where duplicating yourself and having other people do what you do, that's where you see that other stream of income. But we're not a pyramid company. Those are illegal. We're not an MLM company, because those are more of you, they just want to recruit. Their focus is recruiting, and our focus is a product. Some of those companies out there really don't have a product. They don't have much that they're selling or wanting us to sell. But with Mary Kay, we are selling a product, a lot of products, and a lot of quality products that have a lot of testing, there's a lot of patents that we have with our products. And then we want to pass it on. Mary Kay did come up with a marketing plan first. I will say that. If you haven't read her autobiography, I definitely recommend that. It's a fast read, but it tells a lot about her, the history of how she got started, about her grit, determination, and that we are a Christian-based, family-run company, debt-free company out of Dallas, Texas. So when I introduce myself, sometimes I say that, or people ask me what I do, I'll say, well, I'm an independent consultant for a Christian-based family-run company based out of Dallas, Texas. I'll say, any guesses what that might be? And somebody said that once, does it have anything to do with pink? So then she knew. I was like, yes, it does have something to do with pink. So, you don't have to just like spew it all over. You can like be a little playful with it and ask questions. And what company do you think I work for, based on my little clues? And so that's kind of a fun way to introduce yourself. Okay. So let's first of all hear from our Queen of Sales, Cindy Fitzgerald. What the heck? Where am I going? First of all, I want to thank everyone who submitted their sales. Cindy, Paulette, Suzanne, Mickey, and Pat. Thank you, because that is your record at tax time. It's so much easier if you can just go back and add up, and it should add up continually, I think, your weekly accomplishment sheets. So you just have that last week where that's your retail sales. So if you haven't, go back. I mean, this is just March. You can do that. Go back and get your sales for all the weeks. Cindy, all right. I've got down facial and reorders for a week of 4/21, Queen of Sales. Woohoo! Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So tell us about that facial.
So the facial, originally, she was just interested in the new wrinkled limiter.
Mm-hmm.
And so she came over and she had looked at through the lookbook. And so I was showing her some of the skincare as well. And she had tried on her hand the Volume Firm set. And then she decided she just wanted to try that to go with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What did you hear, ladies? I heard a couple different things that were pretty amazing. First of all, one thing I heard is you were just going through the lookbook, right? Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. Okay. Because might be some people out there who think, oh my gosh, I don't have everything. Go through the lookbook. And then how did you demo that Value Firm?
I just demoed it on her hand.
Look at that. Okay, that counts. That counts, especially if somebody's like, oh, I don't have a lot of time, or I just did my face, I don't want to take it off, something like that. Say, oh my gosh, let's do it on the hand. Everything can be on one hand, nothing on the other hand. Compare hands. Which one looks better? Which one feels better? Ooh, I gotta have it. So thank you, Cindy. Thank you very much. And how did you meet this person? Was this a current customer that you just were graduating from Miracle Set to Repair, or?
Nope, she's a hair client.
Yeah. Okay. Because Cindy is also what do you call yourself? Hair
Stylist.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. And that's also Paulette too. So
Yes.
you can blend things like this. You truly can. And so let's see. Anyone else want to share how you had your sales? Either Paulette or Suzanne or Mickey or Pat? Mickey, what did you do with your sales?
It's just contacting my customers.
Okay.
Both of them out of state.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I have a lot of out of state customers.
How did that happen?
They used to live here and they just moved out of state and they just stayed with me.
Isn't that nice that Mary Kay has no territories?
Yes.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So exactly. Okay, so let's hear about career conference. Where did we go, Chris? And Suzanne and Paulette. I'm gonna have the three of you on mute. And if you want to I have Chris, I'm gonna have you start. This was your second one, right?
Yeah, it was in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing, they started out with, they mentioned to read a book called The Breakthrough Code. It's supposed to be a really good book. So that's something to write down and maybe remember. But one of the speakers spoke about 100% virtual Facebook Live party. And the platform is the largest platform is Facebook Live. So that's why she does well on it. And busy women can watch the hashtag live videos. after, so they don't necessarily have to be on the live video, so they can stay in touch with the customers also that way, and also work 100% from home. That was one of the big takeaways I took back, and also the skinning. I thought that to be interesting.
Okay, very good, Suzanne. And yes, the breakthrough code. I've read it. I've got the physical book. I listened to it. I've gotten it on audio, and it's an easy read too, because it's like a story. It's not just a self-help book or a business management book, but you pick up little nuggets. I mean, I was highlighting through it. There's something in every chapter, but it reads like a story, which makes it easier for me, I think. Okay, Suzanne, Paulette. This was Paulette's first. Paulette, maybe I'll have you go first, if that's okay, Suzanne.
That's fine.
Paulette, this was her first conference since 2003.
2003, I went to my first one up in Syracuse. Yeah.
Okay.
It's exciting. I got to walk across stage there too, but this was much more eye-opening, even tearful at the end. But yeah, same thing. The takeaway was the one speaker, the $1 Million Sales Director, Jen, that Chris was talking about, doing the live videos, and we had to write on a card something about us that we wanted to, a word that describes us, right? Or what we were going to change for the year. And mine was to be brave. And then over on the other side was a sentence. And I said, I forgot to bring it down with me. Stepping out of my comfort zone. And
keep asking. That was on there too.
And keep asking, right? So you do. I feel a little intimidated about asking certain people because I feel like I might be judged or afraid of the no, and I just have to be more brave. And I'm gonna get brave with these live Facebooks as well, because I haven't done any. A couple, I don't want to take the whole meeting, but a lot of them had said the 3+3+3, which I forgot about, and that was having 3 bookings, 3 shares, and 300 in sales. These women are all amazing, and I know that every one of us can be, you know, at their level, but the amount of dollars, the commission checks, I mean, $14,000 commission checks. One was like, I don't even know, 65,000. I was like, how is this possible? So prior to that, us walking in, Chris and I were talking about our JOB and like, how are we even going to afford to like quit one day, right? And we walk into this conference and I nudged her. I'm like, Chris, this is our ticket. This is our retirement. This is how we're getting out of our JOB. I was just so excited. What was some other quick things? 3-2, there's one talked about a 3-2-1 fail program. 3 things that went well at the party. What are 2 things you can improve on? And what is 1 thing you can change? This woman here makes $43,000 a month in commission. I'm like just taken away. Of course, we're a Christian base, so everything is pivoted around our Lord. And one had said, you know, just waiting on God, like saying her prayers, but waiting on God. And then someone said to her, maybe God is waiting on you. So I thought that's pretty cool. So it kind of turned around back on her. Yeah, a lot of them are the book the parties, share, and they don't say that we're selling a product, we're providing a service. So that was the thing that I took from it, was providing a service to these ladies that we see wanting to get into DIQ. When I stepped away, I went to a Red Jacket training, and 30 faces a month to be a director, but if you want to be in DIQ, it's 60 faces a month. So I was like, oh, I gotta up my A game on that for sure. One quick thing from one of the teachers one of the directors that came into the Red Jacket, she talked about checking your PCP list, like easy. I have 60 plus people on my PCP list. She said, have you met them all? Have you facialed them all? Have you shared the opportunity with them all? So I have some homework to do. I haven't facialed everybody. Some people are just like Carrie was, found me on the internet. I don't think we've ever facialed. So my plan, I have a lot of goals, a lot of things I need to do, and I think what I'm going to do to kind of get out the nervousness about having a live is I'm thinking of having and joining with my consultants, set up a Facebook Live, invite them all to it, and just start talking. Like, because that's the whole thing. You're talking on the live, but you're not getting any feedback. So I kind of sit and think about what did I just say? Where am I? Am I on topic? And so I have the cheat sheet. I printed out some stuff today. And I wrote on my pillowcase.
Oh, yes. Let's see your pillowcase. Woohoo! Tell us. Okay, tell us what it.
Oh, dang. Let me see if I can take off my blurred.
Yes, I had them do dream pillowcases. What are you dreaming about your goals and your desires? Share the opportunity. Yay. Increase commission equals retirement equals retirement plus quit job. Perfect. That one. Say my daily prayers. Okay. DIQ. Woo! We got some talking to do, Paulette. Yay. Team build.
And
3 + 3 + 3. It's not hard, it's easy.
That's
And
what one had said.
book, service, share, book, repeat. You got some good notes from your classes, girl.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Chris, did you get a chance to do your pillowcase yet? I forgot to ask you. Look at these women. They did their homework. I'm so excited.
The other thing that I took away from Jen Bessiker, and actually friend requested her and got on her page today, but she said that if you're not getting a lot of likes and watching on your page, you need to, she said, it sucks. She goes, your Facebook page. So she said, get rid of it and start a new one. So I went on, I put a post up, and I have to figure out, how am I going to do that? How do I rename it? How do I start a new one? I don't know if I can still I don't know.
You're gonna have to invite everybody again.
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, she said you have to personally invite them. So you're going to send them a message to say, I'm starting a VIP group and I want to, keep you in my group. Are you interested in, being in this? And I'll send you the invite. It's like inviting the important people instead of, I have 200 plus people in there. I do not have 200 customers. People are in there watching me, and I've always felt like, well, I must have invited them at some point or another, but they're not customers. So why are you in here?
I've removed some people if they haven't ever done anything. So yeah.
So I don't know how. I wish that I could figure out how to make it. Was the algorithms. That's what it was based on. The algorithms suck, she said. So you're not getting any likes. No one's seeing your stuff. I don't know how to change that. I'm not a techie person. And I'm also fearful of starting a whole new page.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more. But one thing, like she said, is going live. Going live will change the algorithms.
Oh, it will?
Yeah.
I'll get quite a few views when I do that. You can't tell who's viewing it, but you can see how many views you've received when I go live.
Yeah, I liked her idea. She does Saturday mornings coffee with Jen, and she just does a quick little infomercial. She's just real, be you, don't be somebody else. Be goofy, and people know you, love you, they'll support you. And so I think that's what I might do too, as I do a Saturday morning little clip live video and just blah, blah, and then get off and then see if that helps change the algorithm.
Right. Doesn't have to be long because people have a short attention span. So we don't want it to be long. Pat shaking your head, yes. But yes, she's being real. Sometimes she had makeup on, sometimes she didn't. But our customers want to see us, not just a post about our cleanser or a post about lip gloss. That's okay, but they don't feel connected to us like they have a consultant who's a real person unless they see us. And it could be it could be a picture. I mean, you could take a selfie of maybe a lip
That's what I
gloss or
do.
whatever, putting it on, or that you put it on and hold it up to you. But the lives, I think, are the ticket. And we can't not pretend, we can't be afraid that that we're not going to be perfect. In fact, I remember Darlene Wren said to me one time, just Sherry, I just love you. You go on live and you don't care if you make a mistake and things fall over. And I'm like, I wasn't really trying to make a mistake.
Oh yeah, I totally, right?
Yeah. Oh, I meant to do that. But that shows people I'm real. I'm not perfect. And they laugh. I laugh. I'm like, oops, it's way over there. I'm not getting up because I have my pajama pants on or whatever. And so be real, be fun, be kind and caring, be a real person. That's who they like to begin with, or you would not be their consultant. They'd move on to somebody they did like.
Right.
So I'm glad you got that, Paulette. I'm glad that you picked up on that. And so I don't know if we really do need to start a whole new group. We may need to weed people out. We may need to start, I think having the private group is good, and doing the lives. And when people do comment on a post, go back and comment, like it's a mini conversation.
Mhm. That's
And
part of it too, getting people to comment and then you comment back. That changes the logarithm
yes, and
as well.
spend like maybe 5 minutes in the morning or at lunch or 5 minutes at the end of the day going to your customers' pages and or looking under the notifications and who has posted something. So you go in and say, oh my gosh, when did you get that puppy? It's so cute. When did you name him? And it's not about Mary Kay. It's about making a connection with those people. And so then when you comment on their post, then they will see your stuff more readily than if you versus just a like or a love. And I heard at one training, 4 words or more. Don't just say nice or whatever. Try to do 4 words or more. That boosts the algorithm so they will see your stuff and you will see theirs. And because yes, I've got I don't know how many 100 people on Facebook that I'm friends with, but most of them I don't see their stuff. And so I do need to kind of think about it and maybe look at my customer base. It's on Facebook and maybe find 5 people a day or whatever and comment on something. So then they see more of my stuff because it's the same people. Do you find it's the same people that sees your stuff or comments on your stuff? And so that means there's a whole bunch of people out there that don't even see it.
All right, here we
So
go.
we'll work on that together. Suzanne, what would you like to share? And your pillowcase. Wait. We're gonna go back to Christine. Sorry, Christine. Let's see your pillowcase, girl. Thanks for doing it.
I just put I dream big.
That's a good one. That's a good place to start. Then as you think more about specifics, you can add to it. All right. So yes, and dream big. We do want to dream. I think we stop dreaming. We don't dream. We get into just reality and like, oh, I couldn't do that, or that would be a stretch. So I'm not gonna, take that chance of failing. So start with the dreaming, and then we get more specific, and then we figure out the how-tos to make it happen. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Suzanne.
Yes, I have a few on here that I started with. So I've got consistent, unlimited, sassy, and bold. So that's my beginning stages of my pillowcase. And obviously I can piggyback off what Paulette said too with Jen Bessiker. I'll be doing probably some of this tomorrow, or that's probably be most of my day, unless Sherry's got other things for me to be doing. But they did send us quite a bit of information. So Jen's information's on there. She has a full Facebook page dedicated to Facebook Live. So I already invited myself. It was pretty quick to get on it. She has all the tools in there. She has boards. So I've saved some of the boards. And so what I'll do is I'll save them to Sherry's boards as well. So that way, if you want to get them from there. And she has everything detailed in there, like literally all the pictures, all the posts. So your work is unless you want to post, a couple different things yourself, all you have to do is just take her things and put them in there for the parties.
Schedule them.
Mhm. Yep. I mean, all the ladies were fantastic. Tina Holzman was really a favorite of mine too, because she says you're an owner, not a worker. So that really resonated with me. I'm like, you know what? That's right. I am an owner. And when you talked about JOB, Paulette, I thought of what Tina called it. She said, Journey of the Broke. That's what JOB stands for. So, so she said, owner's a lifestyle. And, if you're hungry enough, you're going to want to fight for it. So she kind of got that. That's what us consultants met with her. So she talked about that, owning your own life. What's your why? What is your goal, immediate and future? And then what actions do you have to meet those goals? And then this was a good one from her too. You can't lift from an equal space. So I thought that was another good one. And also, when emotions are high, common sense and logic is low, which is very, very true. You're not always thinking
In
straight.
any area of life. So
Yes.
I take that, like, let's say a customer comes back with like, I just didn't like that lipstick and I can't believe you suggested that one for me. Or usually customers are not snarky, but every once in a while they're having a bad day and what they say comes off as snarky, and it could be like, whoa, well, lady. And so sometimes I just have to walk away from my phone for a little while and think about it. And so that's kind of what Suzanne was saying. Can you say that again?
Oh, the common sense one. Is that what
Yeah.
you said? When emotions are high, common sense and logic is low. Because
So, yeah.
you don't, you have to think about, and then sometimes you do have to let that person go because you can't seem to make them happy no matter what you're trying to do for them, regardless. So that was something that I really took away from there. And then they don't care about what you know until they know you care, which I know Mickey's talked about that before too.
Yep.
Which I always like to try to have a connection. I'm not saying I'm not going to go and talk to somebody, but I always feel like I need to have some kind of connection with that person, whether we chat a little bit, talk about what they do for a living, something to get to know the person better.
Exactly. I have a feeling I'm going to kind of wait on what I was going to talk about, but 2 business killers are procrastination and perfectionism. And we'll talk about more next week, but because if you procrastinate, you got to think about why you're procrastinating. And we'll share this real quick. You want to do the thing. So here's a list of things that are not doing the thing you need to do to get the job done or your dreams a reality. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling yourself to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends, you may or may not be doing the thing, isn't doing the thing. Hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a great post about doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating all the obstacles on the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all the adoration you will receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people have done the thing isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing.
Doing the thing.
No matter how you dress it up, the work just needs doing. Okay, so we've talked about so many, like dream pillowcases are amazing. I do want you to do things like that, like a vision board, a goal poster, making out your 6 most important things to do list daily, like the night before, your weekly plan sheet, putting it on the fridge. My husband is much happier now and he knows when I'm working, when I'm not, when is dinner, when do we have time together for date afternoon or whatever it may be. Instead of him having to say every day, so what's your day like today? And so, why was I doing that to him? I don't know, because I wasn't planning, wasn't organizing. And so now that I have that on the fridge, it's working out a little bit better. So that part's good too. So doing the thing is making the booking calls, the text messages, the follow-up, inviting. It's actually the doing the thing. And I can procrastinate too. And I can spend a lot of time doing things for us and for our unit and organizing and posting and planning and scheduling. And that's fine, but I have to work my business too. And I've got to make sure I fit that in. Because I want to be excited about what I'm doing also, because I am a consultant as well as a director, and I have product on hand because I have customers and I want to sell the product and be a star consultant, just like I want you ladies to be star consultants and be power up achievers and all of that. So just remember, things like that are reading, like the breakthrough code is amazing, but do that when it's not prime people time. Mickey, when is prime people time?
9 to 9.
9 to 9, exactly. Meaning that usually you don't contact people before 9 a.m. or after 9 p.m. And there are exceptions, like Midnight Move-In Mickey. I know I can contact her after 9 p.m.
That's right.
She's a night owl. I'm a night owl. Suzanne's a night owl.
Yep.
So, but I'm not going to contact customers after 9 unless I know it's okay. And same thing with before 9. And with the time difference, I can call or text people Eastern time when I get up, but I'm not later on. So you got to figure that out and be respectful of people or ask. But so you read, you plan, you organize, put away your orders, all that kind of stuff before 9 a.m. or after 9 p.m. and figure it out. I'm not saying I want you to have to get up early, stay up late, not have family time. It is organizing and planning that so you have that balance. Are you going to have a balance every day? No. Some days it's going to be more Mary Kay than other days. Some days are going to be more family time than other days. I'm not saying every day is a balance. All right. I want to make sure you understand that, because that's not always possible. Just like if you've got a big deadline at work, you're going to be at that other job to meet that deadline, just like we have deadlines too. And we always have a monthly deadline, and then we have a deadline June 30th to reach our end of the year goal, which is a really big goal. We're going to be stretching to 650,000. Right now we're on target for 400,000. So we've got some work to do. But I think as we grow our unit, that will get easier to accomplish. And there's 98 days left to the end of the Mary Kay year, June 30th. What do you want to achieve in the next 98 days? So I want you to think about it and then break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces. So today is a free shipping day, and that is my gift to you. You can take advantage of it or not. And that would be either your $13.95 or $14.95. Depending on the weight of your products or whatever, for at least an active order of 225 wholesale or more. And then tomorrow night, I do want to talk about these Wednesday and Thursday events. These are a gift that I'm giving to you by paying to participate in that. But we've been a really lucky unit. I've gotten my money back by what's going out there to you. Like, who is one? E-Starts, like Mary Jane and Tara and lipsticks and mascaras.
Claire won too.
Claire too. Oh my goodness. So we don't know how many guests are on, but there's like between 200 or 300 or 400 people that are on. So there's directors, there's consultants, there's guests. So the guests are the ones that have the opportunity for these giveaways. And tomorrow night, it's going to be a lot. I don't know if it's lipsticks and mascaras, but I know there's Kate Spade earrings and that $429 Kate Spade purse. One person will win that. But it's all about clinical solutions. And a lot of people are fuzzy about what's clinical solutions with retinol and, is that scary retinol and who should use it, who shouldn't use it. All that's going to be talked about by Lance, who is one of the, from the medical department in the science laboratory. And he stays late to do this. It's 8 o'clock Central Time. I'm sure his workday probably ends at 5. So either stays late or he talks from home or goes back. I don't know. But he does that for Janice Truth the National and for all of us. And he's very knowledgeable in what he's talking about, but he's not talking in like big, long scientific words. It's words that we can understand so we can relay that information to our customers. So I know everybody cannot get on every event. And I'm not saying that I expect that, but I'm saying it's available to you. And the more you get on, the more it will benefit you to learn about products. Every Wednesday is a product training information for you and for guests and guest giveaways, except one Wednesday a month. Usually the third one is consultants only. And then every Thursday, I think there's 5 Thursdays and maybe it's 5 Wednesdays in April. So it's only 4 Wednesdays, but yes. Okay. So somewhere there's one that there's not.
Yeah,
I
it's the last week in April. She doesn't have one on
Yes, there's-
Wednesday.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly. But every Thursday, there's a sharing event. There is a director sharing her journey in Mary Kay. And in the past, it was another national that was doing it. Suzanne had come on a few of those, and here's Suzanne. Tara had come on some of those. Here is Tara. Mary Jane had come on some of those. Here is Mary Jane. So, and sometimes people say yes, sometimes they don't. It's a win-win no matter what when you have guests on. They either say yes to Mary Kay or they say no, not for me, but I learn more about the company or learn more about the product, and they become better customers and they become your cheerleader and in your corner, and they're going to nominate people for facials or they're going to nominate people to join your team or both. So the more you can get people on, the better it will help you and your business and them. This is about serving others, about blessing them. And because there is nothing that your guests, your friends, your family, your customers can find out in the real world outside our pink bubble. There's anything like this that is positive, uplifting, informative, fun. How many people go to a meeting with pom-poms? Probably not many. So, and that's it. We don't have enough fun and women, do we? So that's what I want to do. I want everybody to feel important and special. That's what Mary Kay wanted for us, and to have fun. So I will put a link in everything. I will send reminders to everybody who register. So there's a lot of different registrations going around, and I don't want it to be confusing. That's why I want to get it out there for different events. There is a link. But there's a registration because I want the Thursday events, there will be the after party. So the after party is, they come from the sharing event. I'll send the link to this link, this Zoom link during that. That's only 30 to 40 minutes. And they come into my group for the after party 10 minutes, depending, I don't know, where they give their feedback. What did you think? What questions do you have? Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? You can't say 5, or I could do ABC. It depends on the group. To get their interest in Mary Kay. I don't want them just to go to a sharing event, click off, and go to bed. And I never see them again. That's why I want them to register so I can do follow-up, or so you can do follow-up, or we can talk about that together. And they'll get a prize. They'll get a prize from me. It could be a product prize. It could be a jewelry prize. It could be something. I got something different every week. But they do need to come to the after party. They do need to talk to me and give me their feedback. And so that will be part of it. But it's so fun to look at this. Look how we are growing. Look how we are growing. And I think that's so important. When we're growing, it's exciting. And that means, and when we're growing and you're coming to trainings, you get excited, you talk to people, and when you talk to people, you sell the product, you're making money. I want everybody making money, all right? Some people are motivated by money, some people are not motivated by money. Yes, Erica. I want you to all to have in your head what your Mary Kay profit is going for. And it can be little, it can be big, but I want you to have something in your head that you are saving for, not just, get rid of credit card debt or this bill. I want something specific. So, like if you get a no, like we all will, because that's normal, you're not just going to throw up your hand and say, this is not for me. I want you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and make another call or send another text. And you never know when the next one is going to be a yes. And I will send texts out today. I already did. And I probably won't hear back from any of them until tomorrow. I've just gotten used to that. It's almost normal. I don't know, for people to get back to me the next day. But that's okay. That's okay. So let's see. April 2nd, 9 p.m. is virtual skincare class. So that's a Wednesday, and then we've got the hydrofacial is first. All right, it's Claire's launch party, but it's anybody and everybody can invite people to the 7 p.m. Eastern hydrofacial. There's still time to get packets out to those people. 4 e-starts are given away for every Thursday event. And so that's pretty exciting. So the virtual skincare class, let me go back real quick to April 2nd before we leave. That's the miracle set will be shown and demonstrated. The repair will be shown and demonstrated. There'll be both. I can send out packets of either or, and if for some reason it's not in time, we will send it out after, and then you will follow up. Did you get your packet? When can we FaceTime together, or have a call together so I can walk you through how to use the products? Remember, you can all have your own Zoom number. 45 minutes is free. So this isn't a big expense, and I don't want you to be paying for anything. Do 45 minutes. If you talk longer than 45 minutes, you're kicked off. Just get back on. Okay, you got another 45 minutes. So you want to keep your appointment short, but if you're just chatting, it's a girlfriend, do that. How, do you have girlfriends that you haven't seen in a long time? Get a stinking Zoom number and get on and talk to her face to face. Talk about Mary Kay. What did Cindy do? She had the book. If you don't have some products, that does not mean you can't sell that. You get the book. So let's see, that's what I wanted to talk about. So far, $700 is the power up. We've got Elaine, we've got Pat Reedy. Congratulations, Pat, Lexi, and and Mickey. Mickey just did it. I just posted you. So that is a goal. You will always be a star consultant and then some if you are hitting your 700 wholesale. And that's coming from 300 plus weeks. That's coming from 4 to 5 faces a week. Minimum will get you over $300. I mean, Cindy's week was over 400, and she had one person was at that facial plus reorders. My goodness, repair is $215, ladies. You sell 2 repairs a week, you're going to be a star consultant without fail. So don't think it's a big number. It's been 300 has been the minimum for star consultant since I've been in 39 years. Yeah. So I can almost count on it going up come July 1st, even though I have not heard anything, but with the prices that have gone up, it's not going to be difficult to be a star if you, what did Suzanne talk about? Consistently, working consistently, day in, day out, make a contact, just like taking a vitamin. Mickey talks about contacting one person a day for customer service. Until you get to that point where you have 100 customers, I want you to be working on new faces. Yes, we do talk about 35 products sold from the 16th to the 31st, because that's going to give you enough for your 700. If you are selling 35 products or more, it'd be hard, and especially if you do it twice. If you do it twice, 1st to the 15th, you're going to sell probably at least 300, 350. And then the 16th to the last day, sell another 35 products. So it may sound tedious to keep track, but just make a list. And that's going to give you your 700 wholesale, because you are selling the products. You are selling the products. And until you get to 100 customers, it's faces. Faces, they say faces will take you places. It's not just a cute little rhyme. And it's exciting. It is exciting. Have something in your purse. The charcoal mask samples are probably the least expensive. I think they're 33 cents. Put them in, you can go to Walmart and get little clear cello bags and put them in there. Piece of chocolate right now, unless you're someplace warm, and then maybe pink Starburst or something, so you don't want it melting. It could be a lip gloss sample, anything like that. I had charcoal mask real quick, and and my business card and chocolate, and I gave them to 2 girls that I sat next to on the plane coming back from Massachusetts. Both of them were really nice. We talked about, different things and everything. And I asked, could I get her feedback? It's not just, I said, I've got something for you. After we had a conversation just about whatever, life and stuff, then so it wasn't just like saying, oh, hi, I'm sitting next to you, here's a charcoal mass sample. That's not how you roll. That's kind of awkward. So it's making a connection. And Kaylee, so cute, she sent me a picture with the charcoal mask on. So I'll probably post that in my someplace, and got their feedback. They both were a no to do a hydrofacial or to have me send samples. So I get no's too. But they both were very nice. I was very nice, and there was no awkwardness. And that happens. I blessed them with a charcoal mask sample. So maybe down the road, maybe, because one said she was happy with what she was using. And I'm not going to be hammering away at people when they say that. Maybe down the road, some other Mary Kay consultant may come along and they may be more receptive at that time in their life. And maybe I've made it a little easier for the next Mary Kay person they meet. So that would be a good thing. So don't hesitate to just get out there. Just get out there. Oh, okay. Last thing. I know. Oh my goodness. The March model hunt. We're going to do this every month, but there is still, today's the 25th. This is in our masterpiece group, or if you can't find it, then message me. I will send you in a text or an email. This has all kinds of reasons to talk to people. Sometimes like, oh, what do I say to my neighbor? Or what do I say to that lady that I always see walking her dog when she goes by? And she always says hi, and that's just it. Now, here's dog mom right on here. So it is kind of awkward. You can go up and you can, address the elephant in the room. I'm like, I know this is awkward. Oh my gosh, but you're a dog mom. And I've been challenged by my director to work on this model hunt. And as you probably don't know, I'm a Mary Kay consultant. And one of the things I get to do is pamper women with skincare products. Have you ever, who's your Mary Kay consultant? You say, who's your Mary Kay girl? Or are you familiar with Mary Kay? So you ask a question, kind of get a conversation, and say, would you be willing to be my person from the dog mom category? And if I would find a printer so you can print this, I think having that say, okay, just put your name and number there. And we'll set up a time. And it's just fun. Make it fun. So I made one for April, and I'm going to get that out to you. And I sat down with my husband, like, okay, I need some categories. Well, his categories were nothing that I used, I don't think. So, but we had a chance to talk and laugh for a little bit. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what he said now, but nothing that I used. But so make it fun. That's the idea. Make your business fun. Keep it fun. Women like to have fun. I want you to have fun. I want the people you're blessing to have fun too. Any questions? Anything I forgot? This is your challenge to see. I don't care if it's March and it's the end of March. You still have a week to talk to people. And even let's say you find somebody in March, somebody who, I don't know, loves being outdoors, and you can't get together until April. That's okay. She's on here. There's no hard and fast rules. Don't worry about the little details like that. If you get somebody to say yes, and take it with you. I took it with me to the coffee shop. She's a customer of a charcoal mask, but I said, who do you know? And that didn't really go. She knew all kinds of people, but she didn't want to give me anybody's name and number because they were all going to say no. And so that didn't quite work out, but she's not a super great customer. So I didn't really have high hopes. So go to your super great customers that love you, trust you, have been working with you for a while for a reorder, or maybe you're on the phone with them. Say, hey, can I shoot you a text of a picture? I'm in this challenge. I'm in this contest. Can you help me out? Can you do me a favor? When you say, can you do me a favor? People like you more because they're helping you. All right. Mm-hmm. And then you never know. You never know. And that people who know people you don't know. Okay. That's what you want to do. You want to meet friends of friends. This is one way you can do it. All right. So I got 3 people on tomorrow. You get a prize from me. The prize the guests get, they're going to be in those drawings for all those things. So when they get on, they want to say, hi, I'm Sarah. I am a guest of Suzanne Jones. And that's how they get in the drawing. So make sure you let them know that. They don't have to be on camera, but if they win, they do have to unmute and say, hey, I'm Sarah, you know, Suzanne's guest. They do need to say that or they'll pick another name. It is super fun. Thank you for being here. Oh, wait. What? Paulette has a question.
What is the time for tomorrow?
Tomorrow is 9 p.m. Yes, I know these
Eastern.
Wednesday and Thursday events are 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so just a message from Mary Lou. Anyway, yes, it's 30 to 40 minutes. Take a nap beforehand or whatever. It's not, I'm teasing. But there are people out there that are night owls. Do not assume everybody's going to say, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I can't do that. Some will, some won't. So what?
So what?
Exactly. Okay, so one more thing. I asked so many people too. Right now I've got 2 people, I think, coming on. I want 3 myself. So the people who said no, oh, I've got to work, or I'm going to bed, or blah, 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 I've got family. Then I sent them a message that said, would you like me to get you information about the Clinical Solutions Retinol for the event? And now I'm having some people say, yes, I didn't say it's the recording, but that's what I'm going to send them because it is recorded. But I don't want people to really know that ahead of time. They're not going to be in the drawing if they're watching the recording. We want people in the drawing. And it is so much more fun, so exciting to see hundreds of people on an event. Then it's like, whoa, this Mary Kate thing is pretty cool.
I did tell one person though, because she's not a night owl, and I asked her and I knew she wouldn't stay up that late, but I said, I'll make sure to get you the information for the recording.
Yes. So I'm just saying I'll get you the information after the event. So I just really thought of that about that because not everybody can be on. And that's something that if for some reason you have a conflict sometime, you can get that information because I want you to have that product information. The more product information you have, the more you can sell when you know more about products. And I do seriously recommend every order, every other order, if you're ordering every month, like I would like you to because you're selling all the time, get something different, something you have not tried before. So you can try it, so then you can tell somebody about it. The more you know about products, the more you're going to sell and the better your customers will be.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Masterpieces. Bye for now.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Bye.